Welcome to this program from one of the hotspots of design in Milan, Super Studio. From this spot, we have been sending webcasts twice a day on various subjects and with interesting personalities. We have made a summary of the clips with the international guests, so welcome to Studio Milan. Welcome, Gisela Borioli.
Hi, good morning.
I have heard that you are the queen of design in this area. Is that correct?
I'm not the queen, I am the guardian, I don't know. I'm the factotum who does everything. But really, I started this phenomenon, this design week, 13 years ago. In this new place. It was a new place, it was an old manufactory. It was.
The background was that you started with another location as a photo studio.
Yeah, because I was all my life editor-in-chief of many magazines, starting from Vogue to Glamour to Donna to Madame Figaro. So at a certain point, at the beginning of the Made in Italy, the Pret-a-Porter, we needed a big place where have photography studios, post-production, model agency, journalist school, and many services for fashion. So we opened 30 years ago, the first super studio close to here to 100 meters. And it was the first place for fashion then started to give a new life in this area that was old laboratory, manufactory, artisan, when were living the place. So that was the beginning.
That was the beginning. I have two questions to you. First of all, I'm really curious, why are you so interested in design?
Because it's a long story. When I started to work, I was at the university. I needed to work to pay my taxes. So I went to work in a studio of architects. And 1 week after I went there to be a secretary, to answer to the phone, they announced me they were founded a design magazine. So I encountered the design when I was 19. And I discovered a world, really it was my place. I felt so well, and I was passionate from the design from long time ago.
Italian food is well known. One of the things is the Italian pizza. Our team has been around in Milan checking out how you make the best Italian pizza.
I want to order your best pizza.
Okay. The best pizza is this pizza. Is Cuore Sapore name. Okay. Is fresh tomato, buffalo mozzarella, dry meat, cheese, and basil. Is the best pizza in Milan.
That sounds good.
Yes.
That sounds good. What's make your pizza here in Italy so good?
The pizza is so good, especially Naples pizza is pizza Italiana. Is the best pizza in Naples, and this is pizza. Is fresh. Is tomato sauce, Italian tomato sauce, and this is fresh tomato. And pasta is homemade, and this is a cheese, grana cheese, oil. And
So what kind of cheese you use for pizzas?
is Parmigiano cheese, and in all pizza we use Parmigiano cheese or Gorgonzola or Pecorino cheese. Is all kind of cheese, but in this pizza is Parmigiano cheese.
What should I drink to the pizza?
Italian beer. With pizza, it birra.
So it's not wine as we think in Sweden.
In Italy, wine is for red wine is for meat, and white wine is for fish. But for pizza, is better birra for Italy. Maybe for other country is the best wine, but for Italy is best pizza and best beer. You can eat this pizza and taste the real taste of pizza Italiana and Napoletana.
Maribel and Annabelle,
Yes.
welcome to Studio Milan.
Thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
Last time we met, it was in Stockholm, it was cold and it was February.
Yes, always cold in Stockholm when we go for the February.
That's how it is.
Yeah, sure is.
What brings you to Milan this week?
We're here in Milan to, see new design and what amazing design the Swedish and all the design world comes up with, and we come to scope out new design and bring it back to the States to show everyone what amazing design is out there, for people who can't come here.
Annabelle, what are you really doing? You are working as design coordinators in New York.
Design corners in New York to be able to show design, like Swedish design, to people who are not really familiar with it, and so they're going to be able to be placed in projects, like really cool projects, and also people can take it into their homes and be able to enjoy, the simplicity and the nice design that comes out there, all the designers and so forth.
But I know that you have worked many years with Swedish brands
Yes.
and have promoting them in the States, especially in New York. What brings, or what's the DNA of the Swedish design, if you should describe it?
It's very clean, simple, and very functional. A piece can look like it's just a piece of art, but when you actually sit on the pieces, they're really, really comfortable, and they suit, everyone from any age range or, any household, or in many, many projects as well. People just love the cleanness and the amazing design that they come up with every year. Every year is something different or, and amazing, and it's always great.
From the States, looking towards Europe, if you should describe the difference between Swedish design and, for example, Italian design, what would that be?
Well, Swedish design is more just very simple and clean and
Fun.
they use, it's like a lot of, white, and you can mix it with new colors, and you can just do different things with it. More like Italian design, it's a little bit more, how do I say,
Woods and dark colors, woods, leather,
brass,
and so
and-
forth. I think Swedish design is more just bright and just eye-catching,
Fun.
as far and fun, more fun and just amazing.
What's the best you have seen so far this week? You have toured around in all of the Milan.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of good pieces in the OFEC stand, and also
David Design has some amazing pieces as well, and I love the whole Swedish exhibition here in the Super Studio Pew, and especially the makers and doers that is displayed this year. It's amazing. So we really like the Super Studio, the makers and doers.
So what's on the New York design agenda if we're looking forward now in the spring? What will happen? You have a great show there as well.
Yes, we have a show in May, ICFF, but we won't be exhibiting this year. Next year we're in talks right now about doing an exhibition next year, but this year there's going to be a lot of interesting design going on in the month of May in New York City. So.
And also, CKR, Clausen, Rune Kavisto will be doing a talk in the ICFF conference. So that would be something to
So
be
maybe
forward
we
to.
will see each other there next
course.
time.
Yeah, definitely
Hopefully.
see you there.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
you.
Thank you for having us.
It's not only about furniture design during the Design Week in Milan. A lot of other brands take the opportunity to show their latest design. Look at the car producer Hyundai.
Furniture fair in Milan. Lots of furniture and lots of visitors. And in the middle of it all, a car. Why?
We displayed our concept car HED7, but not as a car, but as a sculpture. So probably as you saw outside, it is actually in a stand for us to communicate that our car is not just a product, but actually a living sculpture.
To show the design philosophy of the car, Hyundai has brought to life sculpture to the exhibit.
We use the source of light to be able to make or produce an installation where the installation itself is static, but the content is moving. So just like our design philosophy, fluidic sculpture, when the car is standing still, we try to make it look like it's still in motion.
What's the next step?
The next step in our fluidic sculpture in motion is after Milano Design Week, this installation will be moving across the cities. So it is not only moving inside the exhibition hall, but it is moving across the cities for to meet a wider audience.
We have in the studio right now a very interesting personality. Mr. Giulio Capellini has formed a lot of the Italian design and has had a strong impact of design worldwide. Mr. Capellini, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have the opportunity to talk to you.
It's my pleasure.
My first question is, when did you know that you should be a designer?
You know, I think that from the beginning, because I always loved just shapes, colors, and so on. I remember that when I was just a very young kid, I liked to play with Lego.
Lego?
And yes, absolutely. And so I started to make shapes, buildings, pieces, and so. And so from that time, I decided that my life, it was just in design. And so inventing shapes and colors and so. So it's a big passion, and it's still a big passion today.
How you have been the managing director, the owner, you have done so many things. Isn't it difficult to remain and keep the passion?
But you know, I think that passion and professionality are absolutely very, very important. And you know, yes, I know that I have many roles. I'm art director of the Capellini company. I take care of many different exhibitions worldwide. I like to teach and so in many different universities worldwide. But really I think that when you have a strong passion, you can really work 18 hours per day if you do something that you love. Again, the most important thing, and it's the thing that I always tell to young people, is that we need to be absolutely professional. That means we have to follow step by step each project that we do. That's absolutely very, very important.
But you also have an eye for new designers, for newcomers. When I went into the company's website the other day, I saw the name of Johan Lindsten, a Swedish young designer that has been in our network in Sweden. What do you see when you see a new talented designer?
But you know, frankly speaking, there is not just one way that I follow to see, just to decide if a designer is a good designer or is not a good designer. It's something that comes from my stomach. That means maybe I see a drawing or I see a prototype of something that I say, okay, I want to have soon in my home. Johan, I saw at the Salone Satellite last year the prototypes of the lamps, and I told him they are absolutely beautiful, I want to produce. So we just engineered the project because it was just a prototype. We present in December in Milan, and after in Paris, in Cologne, in New York, everywhere in the world. And frankly speaking, also he's astonished because it's a huge worldwide successful product. So frankly speaking, for me, the relation also with the designer is very important because, you know, today to do a strong project, it takes a lot of time. Maybe you have to change a lot of details from the first idea to the final product. So the human relationship is really very, very important. And again, it's something that comes from here. It's, I don't know, it's something that is, okay, I love this product, I have to work with this man.
If you should give an advice to young, we have a lot of young designers in Sweden, a lot of design schools. If you should give an advice in the career, what should that be?
The thing that I tell always to young students or to young designers is that, you know, they have to do the things step by step. That means they have to do few things, but really very good things. They have to know very well the history of design to try to do something new, because today it makes sense to do a new product if you do something better of what was done maybe 10 or 20 years ago. I understand that to invent new shapes today is not so easy, because beautiful shapes have been done in Italy or in North Europe, like in Sweden in the 50s, in the 60s. But today you have the possibility also to work with new materials, new technologies, new production system, also to make design more affordable for a bigger public. So this is the most important thing. Again, passion and also a lot of, to be involved a lot in the project, not only just to do a nice drawing and that's it.
There is a discussion in Sweden if there is a Swedish design, and now I ask you, as coming from Italy, from Milan, with a design eye, would you say that there is a Swedish design?
The Swedish design is a big attention to the use of the materials, a big attention to sustainability, a big attention to the use of natural materials, and a fantastic approach to the color. Really, the fantastic colors that I see in Swedish products is really very difficult to find everywhere in the world. So this is really the typical elements of Swedish design.
Thank you for watching this webcast, Studio Milan from Super Studio PU in Milan during the Design Week. Thank you.